Let's bring in now correspondent Nancy Liu. She is live in Moscow. And Nancy, right now investigators examining evidence taken from Kohberger's on-campus apartment there over in Pullman, Washington. And you spoke with forensic experts about what could really be the smoking gun, so to speak, in this case.
Yeah, Nichole, that would be the murder weapon. And today, a lot more evidence is now being processed after the arrest of Bryan Kohberger, and a trove of items removed from his WSU apartment, and now a cascade of information about his past and recent interactions. Forensic technicians went into Bryan Kohberger's WSU apartment right after his arrest on Friday, spending all day inside. By night, dozens of camera flashes as investigators took pictures and then left with multiple boxes and suitcases, along with a large computer tower. New digital data is possible, and more valuable will be potential fibers or trace evidence in the apartment from the Moscow murder scene.
He can touch those surfaces. And if he's unclean from what he has just perpetrated, if he has not thoroughly washed himself, you're going to have deposition of all of this stuff throughout the scene. And that's very, very important here in this case.
Police Chief James Fry would not confirm that Kohberger's DNA was inside the home on King Road, but the chief believes the person who committed the murders of Kaylee Gonsalves, Maddie Mogan, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin is Bryan Kohberger.
We're focused now on who he is. That's why we keep asking people, send us information. If you've known him, if you've dealt with him at any point in time. This is now where we become more laser focused on one thing, and we're going to find out as much information as we can.
I did notice that he became a little chattier. He became a little more animated.
According to criminology classmate Ben Roberts, Kohberger seemed talkative and outgoing in recent weeks, but before that, he often appeared tired and worn out. Forensic psychologist Gary Brucato believes that behavior change is notable.
This event was sort of invigorating and might have brought him to life or given him a sense of power that suddenly pulled him out of a depressive state where he felt helpless and powerless and insecure. So you imagine a person who's now been given a huge jolt of ego.
It's not known yet whether the murder weapon or any incriminating evidence is in the new round of processing, which also includes the white Elantra, driven back to Pennsylvania last month by Kohberger and his father.
Ego is the key. Ego is also what leads to them getting captured. And I do indeed think that's what went on here, overestimating one's ability to get away with a crime.
If he's such a genius, why did he not divest himself of this vehicle? That vehicle itself is a rolling crime scene.
As a PhD candidate, Kohberger also worked as a teaching assistant at WSU. Criminology undergrads had complained about his harsh grading, but reportedly after the time of the murders here in Moscow, he was not as strict and didn't push back and challenge students' work as much. Nichole.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.